Hello guys and welcome to my new video today. Today the topic, the ESPN FC cast will preview the Brazil versus Belgium game, and I think it'll be a pretty good game. I think Brazil will come up on top. Um, Belgium obviously has good. It'll be a good game. So I think ESPN just has. They have a, I wouldn't say better overall squad. They both have good squads, but I think Neymar puts them over the top. So the ESPN FC cast will talk about it, and I will pause throughout the video and give my opinions.
There's some football to talk about. It's Brazil against Belgium tomorrow in the second quarter final. Brazil 4-7 on Belgium 11-8. Shaka, it's very hard to put up any sort of argument as to why this game shouldn't be brilliant.
It will be. This is a Belgium team that concede goals, as we saw against Japan, that are very good going forward, even without Lukaku showing up. Again, against Japan, they get 3 goals. And you look at Brazil and their balance from back to front, and I think it's exciting. I think this team has gotten better, and rightly in as favourites. The only way Belgium win this game is to absolutely have a go at Brazil at the top end. You do that at your absolute peril. There's got goals written all.
Yes, Belgium. They have to possess the ball pretty well this game. They will have to do. They will have to have a. De Bruyne has to have a brilliant game. Hazard has to have a brilliant game, and Lukaku has to show up and score goals for Belgium if they want to win this game. My key players will be De Bruyne, Hazard, and Lukaku. Hazard, the right back for Brazil, is not all that good. So I think if Hazard can exploit the right side of the Brazilian defense and get through, I think Belgium could have a pretty good field day. But Brazil do have a pretty good defense, but Belgium can win this. It'll be a good game. Belgium will have to control throughout the whole game, because as we saw in the Brazil game, they weren't that good for me. They didn't look that good for me versus Mexico. But as I said, Neymar puts them over the top for me. I think Brazil will get the win, but it will be a good game.
For this one.
This is it. We were talking yesterday, weren't you, boys? And you were saying, the best game was probably France-Argentina or Spain-Portugal. There's every reason why this might eclipse those.
It's kind of impossible to think that Belgium are going to play any other way than go forward. And the fact of playing against the best side in the tournament, who are better than anybody else going forward, but actually have as good a defence as almost anybody else, that means big trouble for Belgium. This could be a 4-3, but could also be a 5 or 6-0 job.
Really?
I can't see how Brazil don't put the ball in the back of the net 2 or 3 times.
I don't totally agree with him. Brazil, they haven't played good this World Cup. I also do not think they have been the best side in the World Cup so far. I would give that to Belgium or France. Brazil has not looked good for me. It will be a close game. I don't think Brazil will blow out Belgium. Belgium has a pretty good squad as well. They have a good defense, good midfield, and good attack. But I expect Brazil to win, but I don't believe that it will be a blowout game.
I don't see Martinez changing the way he's set up. 3 at the back. Defensively has been a disaster for them. I don't see him changing it. And that means that going against a side like Brazil, you're asking for trouble.
Do you agree, Matt?
No, I think it'd be a lot closer, actually. I've picked Belgium to win the game.
Have you?
Yeah. Just because I think that their forward players will have a lot more space. De Bruyne, Hazard will have a lot more space against Brazil, and I just fancy them to beat Brazil, I do.
Who are you backing?
Well, yes, they do have a good squad. They do have Hazard, who's an excellent player. De Bruyne, who's a great midfielder and great playmaker. They do have Lukaku. They have Dries Mertens on the right. They definitely have talent to win this game. Would I be surprised if they win? No, I wouldn't be surprised. They have a really good team, but like I said, I still expect Brazil to win. At the end of the day, I think Neymar, Willian, Coutinho, they will be too much for Belgium. So let's continue.
Brazil. I don't see how Belgium get the better of this Brazil team. I just think they're too stacked from back to front, and as much as
Also, Brazil, they don't have a really good defense. The right back Danilo is out. He's ruled out for the rest of the tournament. Left back Marcelo, he was out the last game. He was injured. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with him coming back from that injury. Maybe he'll be a little rusty. I'm not sure. I think he's been out for. He hasn't played in the last game was a week versus Switzerland. No, I don't quite remember. But Marcelo will be rusty. Like I said, it's gonna be a good game. I wouldn't be surprised if Belgium win, but I do pick Brazil.
Martinez has kind of made his career on cup competitions and winning games in the dying stages of league campaigns. This is just a step too far. This is just far too talented a Brazil team. A team that's only conceded once, as Stevie said, and that was under contentious circumstances against Switzerland. I just don't see it.
Who are you going for?
I've just said they could get beat 5 or 6-0, so guess what?
Well, people
Brazil.
People may not be listening.
It'll be interesting.
Like you.
It will be interesting to see what Roberto Martinez does with his team and whether he changes from this 3-5, whatever one you call it, at the back to go 4 at the back, because they really struggled last time against Japan, and we know that Brazil will.
Yes, Japan did. They did exploit the Belgian defense. I wouldn't say exploit. I think it was better offense more than defense. It was the first goal was just off. It was from a difficult angle, and he still made it. But there's not much you can do. Maybe the defender could have closed him down earlier. The other one was a long shot. You can't do much about those. But after those goals, they played pretty good defense. They have really good defense in Munier, Vertonghen. They have a pretty good defense. But my keys for if Belgium want to win this game, they're gonna have to control the midfield. Because if they control the midfield, that means Brazil, just like Mexico was doing to them in the first half to Brazil, they're really frustrating them because Mexico was attacking a lot and Brazil didn't do much. So when they attack a lot, Brazil don't have a good counterattack. So if they just control the ball, control the midfield with De Bruyne, Hazard. If they control the midfield with De Bruyne, don't let Brazil get too many chances. Hazard down the wing, making a lot of plays, causing damage to the defense. Lukaku finishes his chances. Dries Mertens making plays, scoring goals. You never know what can happen. They have a good team. They can definitely win this game. For Brazil, it's gonna be getting Neymar involved. He hasn't really shown up this tournament. He played amazing versus Mexico the last game, having a goal and an assist. He was really getting through the back line of Mexico. He played a really great game. They're gonna have to get Neymar involved early. I don't think he can flop the next game. Like, their stats showed up that he was on the floor 14 minutes in this World Cup. I think he's gonna have to cut off the flopping throughout this game. If they want, they have to get him involved. So I think he's gonna have to cut off the flopping for the next game. Neymar, Coutinho, he hasn't showed up the last 2 games. It'll be pivotal for him to show up, shooting from long range. Him and Neymar linking up. Willian, he's had a pretty good tournament, but he's gonna have to do damage as well with his speed, cause trouble for the defense in the back. And Gabriel Jesus hasn't looked good this World Cup. I think they had to make the change for Firmino. He scored the last game. He put himself in the positions to score. He had a really great season at Liverpool. So I also think the key points for Brazil is mainly just their attack. They have an okay defense, but mainly the midfield is pretty good. But I think the attack will be important for Brazil if they want to win this game.
One up front. Yeah. So why have 3 centre defenders when you've only going to mark Gabriel Jesus? So it'll be interesting to see what he does.
Brazil, you sure? Final answer.
You get back to me on that one.
So that will be it for the video today. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I think Brazil will win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Belgium would win. I think it will be 2-1 Brazil. I think they'll win, like I said. Neymar puts them over the top for me, and I think they'll advance to the semifinals. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will have more videos on the World Cup and on football, everything. So please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thank you guys for watching.